I think we can appreciate that after decades of Stalinist rule, after the extermination of a whole generation of Ukrainian intelligentsia in the 1930s, after the emasculation of any kind of civic participation in government in the Soviet period, that in 1991, the society came into its independence unequipped and without experience of participating in democratic government. There's a huge lack. In the late 1980s, there were some very promising signs. The independent trade union movement had a significant impact on the collapse of the Soviet Union. It was the miners' strike in 1988 that forced the Communist Party of the Soviet Union to give up its constitutional monopoly on power. The size and the influence of the ecological movement after the Chornobyl disaster was very big. There were all kinds of institutions, organizations built from the ground up by the society, and they could have been nurtured and strengthened and given a political face, a political institutional face as parties. That did not happen, and the responsibility for that lies not only on society, but how the elite chose to build a state. Furthermore, the Ukrainian state really did not exist in 1991, except as a territorial administrative unit of the Soviet central government. There was no Ministry of Foreign Affairs. There was no economic strategy. There was no currency. There was no tax system. And all that had to be built. But how it was built is what is critical. And it was built without the wider democratic participation of society or the monitoring by society of how effective and democratic those new institutions actually were to become. So it hasn't been a particularly beneficial process as far as equipping society to act independently and be able to be the watchdog of its own government.